cute.
I love it. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. If you are a citizen of the New York City metro area, please vote for Zohran
And the
Mamdani.
people in that bit of New Jersey that's like near New York but isn't New York vote?
Staten Island?
Is
Staten Island does vote for
Okay.
mayor. Newark, New Jersey doesn't.
Okay.
So, like, notoriously, there is a senator from New Jersey called Cory Booker. He's somebody's famous cousin. I don't remember who he is, but he was mayor for a while. What's up?
No, random British celebrity with the same surname.
Mm-hmm. Juno, Bouba is being had, and it is a joyous one at that. Helly to you, Jonathan, as well, and Carl and Tinglish, who are also here presently.
Thipe,
yeah, they can't fight, right? Thipe.
Bouba.
Well, I have Sipa. Oh, it's so Sipa. God.
Sipa?
Yeah, Sipa. Sipa. Instead of fight, it's Sipa.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we bantered so much before this, and now we don't have to banter about yet. I was in nature. Nature was fun.
Were you walking the children?
I was walking the children in nature all around through and through. It was a good time. It's just like, I don't know. They had like a cute little like red carpet show and a lot of drag queens and a lot of like lip syncs with a little judge.
In nature?
Well, yeah, it was at a campground. It was like a little gay campground that had like a little events and stuff, and you can just kind of like walk around. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
no, I forgot that you were going to a gay campsite. I thought you like went in the woods and there was a random drag queen.
There's actually a random bear in the woods. No, I'm kidding. But like, I would never go like just in the random woods of wherever the heck, and just like B, camp in a tent. I want to sleep on a bed. I want to sleep not on the ground. People did have air mattresses though, so like I get that, but also like I don't want to pitch a tent. I don't want to do any of that.
What did you sleep on then? Did you have like a roll mat?
No, so we rented a cabin, and the cabin had just like a full functioning like full twin king queen size bed.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were saying that you were fed up from sleeping on the ground.
No, I would have been angered if I had to sleep on the ground. But some people like, I mean, obviously did, but they brought like some people brought air mattresses to sleep on in their tents. Some people, roughed it. Some people, I mean, it's a lot of like trailers. It's kind of like a more like a somewhat of like a seasonal RV park where people kind of just like camp and stuff. Yeah, it was a good time.
I was a scout, so as the jamboree conversation on one of those random that was a Langtime Studios thing, wasn't it? Trying to explain that there was like a campsite with 10,000 people in tents.
So many. That's no.
And we stayed there for a whole week. Yeah.
I think that sounds kind of fun though, in terms of like community building. I like meeting new people and all that, like building connections and all that bullshit. But like the aftermath is like the hard part of like coming back to reality. But speaking of reality, the reality that we have here is that we have a poll that we need discussing. So I'm also playing with this pipe cleaner of the fidget. So if I'm looking down, that's why. What was I gonna say? Oh, so well, you all were deciding our kind of our new number system, or kind of I guess what sort of options we could have as numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is that we will probably have a cardinal, which of course we will probably have an ordinal,
Well,
and
we
then
have
some.
cardinal numbers already.
Yes, we do. So this would be kind of like the third sort of type of number. So I'll start from, I guess, the worst to the best. People wanted an option. No one did not want a third option. But
I feel like this is part of the um maybe I should save these thoughts for my thing about Konlangi in this way. But like I think that people in general are more likely to vote for the option that they feel is people want something interesting, and sometimes not doing something unless it's widely expected is not considered interesting. But anyway,
that is fair.
more Laguna picks.
Wow, more Lunatics. This is
Oh my god,
unprecedented.
Laguna pick
We are
from another person.
we are a 3 Laguna pick per minute speed right now, and I think we're doing, oh my gosh. That is a loaf. Wow. Whoa. Amazing. Sold. But yeah, speaking of things that were not interesting, the collective number was also not being interested. People did not want us to have collectives in terms of kind of like, yeah.
Okay. Here's what I'll say. I don't. I'm not. I'm not at the point that I was at with Nasi Boma, where I was absolutely fed up. like, like getting to the end of Nasi Boma, like what's going on?
That is true. I feel like we're on
And
more of a trail. Go ahead.
To address Carl,
Yeah.
we've already the base system's already decided. So we had a vote like at the start of the year, basically, where we were like, because I quite fancied doing a 1, 2, 3 many situation, and that did not win.
Yeah, exactly, Carl. So this distributive number was actually the option that you could have voted for. Only one person did.
Well, but Carl's not a patron, is he?
No, but he seems a very big fan of distributive number. He just said it. Terrible tragedy has indeed struck, because the option that won with 5 of the 6 votes, a super majority, is our cute little pastoral numbers, where we will have.
Should I like explain the story behind this on stream?
Yes, you can.
Why are we singing?
I just wanted to.
Okay. So I was talking about like this in the Madeline James Konlanging group thing. I don't know. Madeline said that like usually her kids are being absolute nightmares when we're live, which is why she struggles to join.
Bless. I love it.
That I shared this table just being like, because I had I've been like on and off studying Turkish at the moment. I'm kind of low energy, low. I don't really want to be doing stuff that would benefit my job because I'm angry with my job, and so I don't want to be spending extra time doing anything that would help them at all. So
felt that.
you can delete the question marks. Also, we need the other document, Miles. So yeah.
What document?
Oh, okay. David and Jesse are at the doctors.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh gosh, is there a script? Oh, I see. David has made himself into like a Woody toy where you pull the string back. He can say certain things. For example, one of the appropriate I'm supposed to be, if Bib were here, he'd set you straight. Bib voted for the distributive number, so probably so.
I think that that's partly that we're both Turkish pills,
we're
and
Turkish.
I feel like it's a
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah, 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 yeah.
It's absolutely a thing where like I used to feel kind of a little bit frustrated because I was like, why does everyone love Turkish this much? Like,
Who is she?
like I think because like I don't know what it's like in the US. Turkish is like a very normal thing here.
Not as much.
Like we have like a quite large Cypriot community, many of whom speak Turkish, and then it's actually becoming like a point of contention, the number of Turkish businesses that are open in the UK now. Um, Third picture, or picture.
My my
It's me.
brownie. Oh my god, there's more pictures. Let's go. Come on, third picture. Ordinal.
Um,
So
so
we had decided um that well the
this is
ordinal go ahead.
well, we need to do this in Nasi Bomo, really. That's why I said that we are in the wrong document.
Interesting.
But
Very
like, I think that it's more likely, based on the systems we have, that um
aw. That's cute. Okay, I'm gonna read what Juno put. If you want an idea what the average American thinks about Turkish, I would inform you that I had to remind my cousin a few weeks ago that there are people who don't speak English.
okay.
I mean, I don't know why I'm assuming like your cousin is hopefully 5, like a cute little like.
I was imagining like 35.
Okay, great.
No passport. I mean, that's what most British people imagine.
Mm.
Like in the South, probably wearing a cowboy hat, um, American flag behind with an eagle.
Yeah, that sounds about like an American sort of vibe.
What's the David response to that?
Hold on.
Probably that's not a serious suggestion, is it? And my
Yeah,
response
the
would
one from
be
the late 70s.
the one American person from the late 70s.
Yeah, because that was Reagan time almost. People were getting like, "Woo, let's go Reagan!" Yeah.
I thought all the time was rigging time in the US.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I said it was reading time. I'm like, it's not reading time in America.
Reading time.
It is not reading time in America. that's not what we're doing.
Okay, where are the numbers?
So,
This is
I'm there.
I'm so proud of our Buku's document. I know that I've actually spent quite a lot of time formatting it. But, like,
It is nice.
the thing is, okay, the numbers. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to. Oh, all I want to do is put the pictures in the document so that the people at home can see them.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. I will be very I don't know about this talk, but I'm gonna be very acquainted with this language come Friday.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Oh, why didn't that work? Have I
Oh,
just copied a link? That might be what happened.
that's probably exactly why.
I have such a shiny head, and
Oh,
I've tied my hair up because it's hot.
goodness,
So
kitten.
I have my lovely hairline on display.
On display, on
I'm
display.
gonna
It's a kitty every day, every day.
not no, not in my neighborhood. uh, all of the a lot of the Hasidic folk in my area are having lots of picnics by the beach this
That's
time of year.
cute, though.
Yeah, and I listen in for the linguistic differences
Mm.
because the older generations will just speak Yiddish,
Meow, meow,
and
indeed.
the kids speak like a mixture, from what I can tell.
Kind of like a. I don't know if that's the appropriate way to say that, but
Let's say Creole.
yeah, like a Creole.
The famous English Yiddish Creole.
The famous one indeed. In order to keep track of this originally arose from
Okay, I'm gonna put another picture in.
oh, speaking of horns, have you watched the new Game Changer?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Taskmaster because Alex Horn.
Well, and that's also why if you watch the next Game Changer,
Oh,
he made a little cameo.
yeah, I did. I watched it on the day.
Did you? Yinglish, yeah, that's much better than I was gonna say. What's a good word? Well, hold on.
Scroll up more. Put Lavuna on the screen and also Jonathan's arms.
Whoa, this is important. Much important. This is hold on. When is I zoom in more? Whoa.
Also, it really makes me want to get a t-shirt that color.
We just want to get a cat.
I don't want a cat. Sorry, Jonathan. Sorry, Lavuna.
Yeah, really apologize to Lavuna. um. Okay.
Oh, and congratulations, Aaron, for completing your exams.
Yay! You did it. Oh my gosh, things are changing in the world. But that's why. We don't have a word for horn, and I think we can be a little
Strategic. Sorry.
strategic about this, which means that we should not use an alveolar consonant, which saddens me to death. But I think it's
Well,
fair.
why should it? Well,
I mean, for the ease of borrowing, that's why.
oh, sorry. I'll copy it and put it in the document.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay.
Okay, it's in the document for when you're done.
This has now become like the Laguna review show, and I'm very.
Let's have a Labuna.
Let's have a Laguna.
I feel like you aspirated the beat as well.
Laguna. Laguna. I'm gonna open up the electricity file for Nasi Bomo if I can find it somewhere.
Mm.
God forgiven. Download file that was.
Her hind feet are repressed. Yep, against.
I don't like being repressed. Slabuna. I'm feeling like there's a
Labuna.
Um, what would be
I'm absolutely prepared to have butchered the Yiddish, but
Aaron
Jonathan
for your
introduced
exam's
me
getting over?
to that song, and I quite often listen to it now.
I forget. Oh, there is no E. I mean, there's E in the sense there's E, but not in the sense there's A.
Sorry, let's go on this journey together.
Okay.
So, um, we want a sound that isn't in the.
I know we
Well,
can't do this one.
okay. Two things. Duas coisas.
Duas coisas, same.
We don't have a way to do ordinal numbers yet either,
Correct.
but we already have a classifier thing going on, which we said we were going to effectively do away with, right?
Do away with
We went we use them derivationally now.
They're not really used
And
in any sort of capacity. I wonder.
sorry, Jonathan's impeded texting is so funny to me. Like, you were chatting with the views.
You're chatting with me?
So basically, like, there's a chance that we could do something like a Japanese.
Yeah.
And have them stick around in the numbers and in these other places, but not elsewhere, right?
For sure. I think that's kind of the direction we're heading.
If you make me laugh too much, she'll wake up. I'll try and not be funny like on most days.
The ordinal numbers, which got their that meaning or through the former classifier. Boop, 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 boop.
Well, the way that I think about it, let me check the origin, but in the Semitic sphere,
the Sinitic or Semitic? Sinitic. Got it. Okay.
In the Chinese sphere.
Chinese sphere.
If I'm allowed to say that.
I think
happy in the lunar sphere.
The
in the sphere of people celebrating Lunar New Year.
Yes.
No, I don't want to start doing like fake anti-woke jokes. It's just
please don't.
You know what you're not allowed to say anymore? Chinese.
Oh my gosh. Anywho, but in the sinosphere, something's happening.
You can basically just like shove a measure word on the end, and it it makes the ordinal for it.
I think that's what's going to eventually be happening here.
There I've found out that the Japanese one comes from a Chinese one that meant turns. So originally it would be like turn one, which makes sense because first can mean like the first ever order of events, and then
Yeah.
that got expanded. So I guess part of it is that like our classifiers tend to be inherently Kiki or Bouba, don't they?
Yeah.
So we would actually be looking for something that would be an origin that would be like Kiki or Bouba for the classifier as well, which is a little bit weird.
It's a little bit weird.
Um,
No, never mind.
So I'm gonna check the origins of the other ones that I'm aware of because
I'm thinking
I
of
yeah, because in Mandarin you'd use D.
D. Easy. Art.
So that is from. It looks like okay. So the glyph origin is from a bamboo strip. And that kind of makes sense to me. What did we say our people wrote on? Was it leaves? No, no, they were
No.
writing on clay.
Yeah.
So what like the clay tablets could be round or they could be square, but square would be the easiest to like they could be like tile shaped, which I feel like would be geeky.
Round mud, yeah. I like kind of like tile, like brick kind of deal. Yeah, clay to start, Jonathan said.
So maybe if we have a word for like tablet or slab.
I like slab. There is also a great song that I vibe to called Slab by the band Wombo. A slab is Booba though, I will say that.
Is it?
I think so. Like a bit, like a clay slab. Like
You do you think a slab of clay is just like a mound of clay?
no, it's like set out more like a square.
But I feel like a square is kiki because it has corners.
I'm seeing your perspective on this matter now. Now that I'm understanding the parameters, that it's not like a big mound of gloppy clay, but it is indeed like a piece of paper. I can see it being kiki.
I think it's partly that kiki and Bouba are actually
I think
more
it's
similar to each other than they are to a lot of other shapes, right?
that
Like
is true.
we would know that a circle is Bouba and a triangle is kiki. But is a square kiki or Bouba? I
Well,
think it's kiki
I think it's
because
kiki.
it has corners.
And as we approach, more and more sides on that polygon, it gets more and more booba.
Hmm.
And then don't even get me started on the coast paradox. We need some roots.
Well, it means we need a root for slab, like a writing slab. We could make it more specific if you want.
We'll see.
And then we want a root for horn.
Okay, I'm gonna.
What's the closest we can get to Alex? It'd just be like lease, wouldn't it?
Yeah, likely so.
Do we already have n's in our numbers in bokus?
There's no set that ends in n. There's masan, which ends in n. There's desan, which ends in n, and san. Well, actually, 2, 12, 7, and 17 end in n. Is that what you're
I
asking?
mean, demisnis sounds silly, so maybe not leaf.
No. The matzislis. Matzislis. We can't we then we that's our only well what would yeah, that's what come out as Lee just makes it H here. We how do we get we can't get a monosyllabic word with an E.
No, we
No.
can't.
I feel like
Well, unless we had a power tool and something that would become schwa.
so like let's see like
But we don't get schwa where it's a monosyllabic word anyway, unless we de-stress this affix. If we make them single units, like if we say that it's like if we made it lease, and so the word was san lease, then it would come out as like
son niece.
san niece,
Yeah.
and then it would degeminate to like we could have a choice for it to be a separate thing afterwards, which I don't think is really in keeping with the language.
Not really.
So so we're gonna glom these.
So like just
Uh,
let's say like for here, or let's say like ordinal here. I don't know. So this would become like
well, no, one's the bad example
oh, one is the
because
worst example. Um, I don't know if we have some minutes here.
but it depends, like because sound would retain the stress.
It would.
Sorry, I need to move keyboards. So it would become Tanis, but the I would become so the Sanis.
Oh, so if we
But
have, go ahead.
but even then, I think no. If it was originally an I, um, then that it would always be E. But
I don't think
if
we
it's
use.
began as a E, it would become like Sans and then Sanos.
If it was an O.
If it was a E to
You.
begin with,
Oh
because
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I would say I think that we can like let's go through here and think about what sounds we absolutely don't want. I think the vowels are harder to control.
in Nasibomo or in
No, in
correct in
Bokus.
Bokus, yeah, they're very fluid.
So
I think
we've
that
got
leads us to have like the classifier. One should have an A, and one should have an O, because I think those are the most two stable vowels that are in Proto Za and
the A is going to be unstressed, so it
yeah,
needs to
stress.
come um with a pharyngeal. So S M M Z GZ. We really don't have a lot of variation, so which does mean that we have quite a lot of range for this.
Which is great, and I think you know what I'm going to say. I think we need a velar representative here, and not a velar nasal. I think we need either a K or
yeah. Well, we have ksut, so maybe G.
Maybe G.
It depends. Well, the G we can't do with the pharyngeal.
The G we counted with a French.
What we could do is use a Q, because the Q has the same function as the pharyngeals. But we already have K, so I would be wary about using it. But Qa, do we have anything that becomes Qa yet in Nasibomo?
I don't think so.
We have like Chapa, which is cave. There was one form that the patrons liked that we didn't do anything with yet.
But where's that?
Cause that becomes Cosmo, which sounds a little like a place that everyone should be thinking about at the moment.
It does, very much so.
Should we see what this would actually become? With the pharyngeal, it's going to be disyllabic.
It will be.
But I don't know if it would actually
I could see
if the schwa would it would lower to the A because of the pharyngeal there.
The Boku's lethargy file takes. Oh, it does. Okay, yay. So it will be Kaz. This one would be, of course.
Well, do you have the? Have you followed all of the steps to correctly format a loan word? Because it's a lot. I wish that I
did you make the process document? No.
It's described in the loanword section. It at least so what you have to do is you put your Nasi Bomo route into the Nasi Bomo one, and you stop before the rule full labial release. Let me check that I've described this all properly in the loanword section. So yeah, here we go. I don't know. I don't remember if I wrote in the change for the because we could just add. I've written it in anyway. So this one you don't have to do. That one's done automatically.
Okay. So I start
like if you go through
okay.
Yeah, if you put the route through the Nasi Bomo Lexergy, stopping at the rule full label release, that will all come out correctly. But yeah, it comes out as Kazu, and then let me put this through. It comes out as Kaza.
Okay. Oh.
So in Boku,
it does. Nice.
Kaza.
Casa de Locas.
But I mean, we could quite easily justify it's just Kaz.
I think we can justify that as Kaz as well.
No, not we wouldn't do Guza. So Kaz.
Okay. So this is going to go.
Oh, so does that feel? I feel like this feels more horny. Not horny because it feels more like a word for
If Bib were
horn.
here, he'd set you straight.
But I'm gay, Miles. No, damn it, Miles. It's illicit syllable structure in IT Berber.
IT Berber. Is that what Richard Ayoade speaks?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the IT crowd just had their own little Berber. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Anyway, this is going to be the word for horn.
Mm-hmm. It
Oh,
just feels correct, doesn't it?
it does feel correct.
We could just go with the form cause and leave kaza for something else.
Yeah, we could.
Like, let me
Oh,
let me. Do you want to do a poll? Do
I
you
can
want to
do
do a poll? Yeah, it comes out just as kaz.
okay. And this is for our pastoral number suffix.
Yeah.
What should the final form of the pastoral
No,
number?
it's
Oh
but
no!
we
Oh.
don't. This
The
is the nasi bomber form.
okay. Hold on. What should the form for?
So actually, let me work out what the final form if you don't stop it there is. So it's ka versus kaza.
Okay, so hold the phone, Mona. So just a quick check.
And
Um,
also remember that the tone stuff in the file doesn't work still, which
um
is bonkers.
and which file? And then yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
Hold on. So
let
it's
me let me like
awesome.
scoop the whole thing.
Gosh.
Wow. This again, we really like ooh.
Or the
Okay. So that tone there isn't right. It's that.
yeah.
Um
This tone is right though. The ka is going to ka.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's all coming back to me.
It's all coming back to me now.
Wanna touch me like this, wanna hold me like that. Gonna be in my
Look,
head.
why fix it when you can just remember how it works?
There you go.
I think again, like by the point that we were at the end of Nasibo, like you should fix it while you do the relay, Miles. I'm
Yeah,
putting that
I
on you.
can do.
Yeah.
I mean, I already know what I'm doing exactly. Yeah, we should, Jonathan. But especially as I'm doing the relay. But like I'm going to copy that document so you have no idea like of what's going on until it actually happens. I just realized that I think the video is mirrored because my hair looks actually reversed.
I thought you said your hair looks diverse for a second.
Okay, I think that ends the poll because I think it says 7 watching. There's 6 votes, and I think I am the one who else is being waited for, but I'm the admin. So by 2-to-1 ratio, it is the monosyllabic that we're going with. So ka is going to ka in nasi bomo, but of course that Z is going to stay happy hunkily dorily.
Okay. So now, oh no. Okay. I'm gonna like quickly like try and get the numbers up.
Okay.
Because I have yeah. So I have that.
Wow, Jonathan.
Wow.
Wow. Let's see how it is now.
So
Drop my fidget. Oh no.
goes.
Where are you?
Goes.
Buzz.
Running.
I
So what should I be exporting? I'll just export the outputs.
I don't know.
I'll leave the inputs on there. And this is gonna give us the results before we do the. Let's do this in the números section. So this is from before the.
Are you in the Boku stock? You
Yeah,
are. Okay.
this is from before the. Wait, this is the right order, right?
It looks
Yes.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think that this has done anything that we weren't expecting.
Yeah. This looks pretty set for the course, in my opinion.
So we can just like shove the cars in.
Yeah.
Oh, I should check what Ksutkas comes out as.
Ooh.
Done. Okay, I guess I need to do it again. Ksut. Ksutkas. So Ksutkas. Where is it? I thought I put it in. It just comes out as Ksukas. So
Ooh.
you lose the T.
I'm having ideas for.
I think that for the pastoral, we need it to do something. But what? I'm really not sure. Also, we're all right with just saying it's Himekas, right?
Yes, but Himekas.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no, these are the pastoral ones. Oh.
Copy
Oh,
and paste.
no, but they're kind of boring.
They are kind of boring. But I think what we can make up in the boringness of the pastoral is in the irregularity of the ordinal, just because I think I don't know. I think with the pastoral I like that there is a very transparent aspect to it because it is very dependent on Le Sheep.
Welcome to the stage, Jason Mazukas.
Yes.
Have you been watching the current? Oh, wait, I need to be putting the.
I got you.
Well, I'm the one that can type it without
That's
things. Anyway, I can put those in at a later date because
I have a wild idea.
what?
So, well, never mind. Actually, never mind. I was going to say that we could also like have a native word, a native Bohu's word for first, or something along that lines, and then that could kind of become the way to mark the ordinal for all the other numbers. It would maybe, I don't know how transparent it would be as a result, but it's possible that would be.
What did you think my question was, Jonathan?
Zoop bloop. I mean, we're already through the whole thing with this slap. We can have, yeah.
I was one thing that would make the numbers. Oh, okay. I thought that I had set the currencies in a taskmaster, but maybe like this was a known thing that I did as a child. Was I would just like to ask, like, say things and not say the whole thing out loud, and people would get really confused with me.
I do that all the
Oh,
time.
I know. Remy told me.
I'm, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I don't know if that conversation was considered private and confidential.
Oh no, God, I don't care. I mean, I know about myself, so I mean, the more the merrier. Who knows about?
I know I do it a lot. It's not something I'm proud of, but it is something I do.
What gets like really degraded? No. Some part of me wants to begin this word with a like a pure pharyngeal, like an
That will
H.
just come out as H. They almost all come out as H.
Yeah, they
The
are.
the thing that will mess with our things the most. But although I don't know if we could handle a vowel there, I feel like if we put a vowel in, it would maybe irrevocably mess up what's going on.
Yeah, all of that, and like probably a little bit of this would shift. I mean, it depends on the vowel we choose.
Well, I just don't know what would happen.
Um,
Like, let me, if I just shove an I on the end of, well, digital doesn't come out properly. Like,
mhm.
on the end of, like, yeah, you'd basically just end up with effectively hiatus because I hadn't accounted for the possibility of learning in a vowel sequence, which maybe isn't the greatest thing, but
It's
so
mm,
if we go back to the sounds so we've done these
we have
and we've done the Q.
correct.
So we have the K slash Q. Um, so do we just pick something that sounds like slab?
I think that's what we're about to do.
I had a horrible. Wait, we can't do no. We can do Bo. First of all, because we already have Bo as a Bouba one, and it sounds really Bouba.
It does sound very booba.
Um,
Like
And like, and I think we already have B, don't we?
BI.
Yeah. I mean, I know that we have like 4 versions of every monosyllable because of the.
Yeah, B is the demonstrative.
Okay.
And bull is also taken. Bull with a low tone.
Well, we wouldn't use boo, and ba would be wild, but
That
ba without a pharyngeal could end up just being a final P, couldn't it?
it could.
Although I feel like ba without a coda is really like a very simple word for like not that as maybe we put a cluster, although that's gonna make it multiple polysyllabic, but like because we wouldn't do bza and we wouldn't do bsa because that would become bza.
How
Bra would come out as something like baha, which would then become pa, which would then become p. So maybe
bra
brat.
brats. Oh god.
No,
We
we
can't
can't.
we cannot do that.
But that's too heavy. Although I'm really curious what it would come out as. Um,
So bna and bra comes as na and pa respectively.
so
Bra it is. What would bra come as? I don't know that you mentioned that. Brat. We have to have checked this before.
it would come out as oh no, I have to delete. They really don't like the. It would come out as pat. It would come out as pat.
We need to do BRA. Bra, bra. Oh, we can't do bizarre. That's onion. It's already a word.
Yeah, so we can do bra, which is gonna come out as just pa. Yeah, but then I have to like shove that on all of the numbers, right?
So it would be like he met.
Let me work out what the gods decide, because I am not the best at working these out. So and then I want. Oh, I deleted the ksut anyway. So it's coming out as samboch, mizboch, zoboch, zoboch, mazuboch, samboch.
Sorry, yawn.
So I'm it actually I think it looks cool. I don't think it sounds good.
I don't think this sounds good either.
Like if I just make it ba,
That's what I was going to suggest too.
then it's yeah, sanop, misop, zedzop, zop, mazup, masanop, zizop, dop, zip,
Zip, man, zip,
zip.
zip, zip. Okay, I'm getting sold on this. What is the final proto form? So I'm aware it's BRA.
It would well the it would be ba, or we could make it va
Bar.
with the bilabial
I'm
thing.
feeling the
I think.
bilabial.
Let me check, but I think that I merged those. No, I didn't. I didn't. I think that would come out as
Ba, va.
let me see. That would come out with a final V. So no, we I think we want the B.
Okay. So it's gonna be BA.
Yeah,
Cool.
British Airways.
British Airways. Bah. Bah, bah, bah. Okay. We did something. Yay. You've accomplished a task.
So let me work out what suit does. No response, no coders.
What if it becomes like, oh my gosh, I'm yawning for you. Oh,
So Ksutba becomes Ksutop.
I love that.
So basically we have um yeah, I think Himep is probably what you'd expect.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the Ho is like it was who, wasn't it?
In Nasi Beaumont,
Yeah.
something became who.
So that would be
Who is
hoop.
to save up? That's a case marker.
It'd be hoop,
Ooh.
which I think hoop. Although that's let me stress this correctly. Yeah. So I think having hoop for first because it's from the Nasi Boma is
And
kind of nice.
no, it's not from the Nasty Bowman. Stop. Wait, what did you say?
Jake said it's from the nasty Walmart.
The Nasty Walmart is what Nasty Bowman's called now.
The Nasi Walmart,
The Nasty Walmart.
and it could mean that like the one sheep would be hookahs, which sounds like me saying hookers.
Hookers! Hookers, sangas, miskas.
I think hookahs is better than
Himikas.
Himekas, though.
I agree. Hookahs. Hookah.
And now we have hoop in the language, which sounds like one of my favorite hoop the languages, as described by absolute legend and icon, patient Patty Epps.
Whoa.
Buy her books, although they're expensive, so maybe not. Like, but if you can, maybe.
I probably can't.
So Sanop,
So,
Misop, Zop.
that's hold on. What would David say? I see everyone decided to vote for the wrong option just to upset me.
Mazup.
Masanop. It's stressed finally, yeah? Madzu.
It's yeah, it's Madzop and Madzup.
I got these guys.
No, it's Mazup,
It's Mazup.
but it's Mas.
My
Sanop.
delicious soup. So it is misop and sanop. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you're right. It is
Wait.
Madzop.
Well,
Yeah, it's Misop and Sanop. But Zop, Madzop, Mazup, Masanop,
yeah.
Madzisop.
Mazisop.
Wait, let me check that one because yeah, okay, it ends in S. So Madzisop, yeah.
Mazisop. My delicious soup.
Madop,
Not dope.
and Zeep.
Amazing. Zolp and Zeep.
And then Zmep. Well, we assume Zmep, don't we?
I think we're assuming Zeep.
Well, the thing is, it would be
Zimipa.
because Zime is from Zehime. It could be that this should be Zu.
Miso soup, matzo ball soup.
I mean, if I don't know, like, because we had a strong reason not to use the who there,
Yeah, we did.
but if we're following our pattern, it would be Zihoop,
Yeah,
which we could just do Zihoop,
correct.
which I think is fine.
Just so we are aware, I want to bring this to light. Kinglish's word for soup or stew is the animate classifier. And I think having a soup or stew like as an animate argument is so cool because like it's boiling, it's its own little thing. It's like this agent of flavor. If you are good at making soup, if not, then it's like dishwater
Okay,
with
but when you say technically,
oh,
okay, yeah, I think it's kind of an interesting choice, is what I'll say. I guess it's like a metaphor, right?
oh, Danielle asking the good questions. Is soup animate or just the animals that are made into soup? Excellent. Excellent question.
And it's Sutop.
Nice. Yay! These look
From
so
what I remember.
great. We can just get rid of this thing too.
Sutop.
Actually, yeah. Ooh, great. Nice. Give a good amount of time.
So
We
that's
actually might be able to do a bang and poll that makes sense this week for our game.
I think our polls have made mighty sense.
I think they have.
And I think that I think this is fun.
This is fun. I love it.
It's kind of funny,
Cool.
but I think it does qualify as fun.
Oh, the verb in tundra lang. What the heck? What the? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
We did that. I think we can start thinking about
Demasano is quite a mouthful.
Demasanop is. Well, I mean, that's
But
for
like
which
I guess like 17th is not exactly a short word in English.
yeah, I mean, at that stage, like it is insane. Yeah, Bacchus. Remember, you ever played Blockus, the game? You would know if you have.
Is that the one with like the iron, like the metal cuboid?
Not even close. So it's kind of like a Tetris-esque game, and it's played with like usually between like 2 and 4 people, and the goal is that you place these tiles down. But
Oh, that one. Yeah,
yeah,
I have
you
it.
got to touch the corners only.
Yeah, I own it.
Oh, I love it. It's that is like table flipping. Like that is anger inducing to me. I mean, most things are anger inducing to me, but like that especially.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
I brought us down to the infinitive. I think we're.
That sounds like fighting talk, Miles.
What does?
The infinitive.
Oh, you have a plan for living and loving and loving.
Yeah, but I feel like it's kind of messy. Messy boots. I want to make sure that we get in the articles and pronouns section on the article allophony
Up there.
that we are going with option A,
Apostrophes.
which
Yeah.
was literally just me, Miles, and David, but because there were only 10 of us and 3 of us voted the same way, we're doing apostrophes.
I love how the little tie bars just like boop boop boop.
Mm. Sie Bett sind. Sie Bett sind. Wow.
Oh yeah, Zbet. That's wild.
Although I feel like if you appreciate that those are syllabic nasals, it's okay. Sie Betzenten.
Zbet.
Sie Betzenten.
What's the proto form for the word for white?
For white, it's eher.
Does that really come out with an initial S?
Yep. Because the E goes to a schwa.
Oh, hold on. That was Nazi Bouba. Hold on. Oop. That would help a lot. Oh, it does. Oh my god, that's crazy. I forgot how cool this language was sometimes. Nice.
I think it's kind of funny, but it is.
White one, pale one, light one, paleness, whiteness, lightness. Okay, love that. Siebens. I can't even say. It sounds like someone's last name. Like what? Zibitzen.
Zibetzen.
Zibitzen.
Zibetzenten.
Okay.
I don't think that's any harder than Worcestershire or
I
Worcestershire.
agree. People really do like want to hyperbolize that they can't pronounce that word. I don't think it's that hard.
I know that it doesn't sound like how it looks.
That's all it is.
It's all it is.
Like it's like here's what I will say. I think Loughborough is batshit. Like how that spell is insane.
Did you say opera?
Loughborough?
Oh, Loughborough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if
That
that's
is
an accent thing or like or what, but yeah, I would say Loughborough.
I mean, I'm not even from there, so I don't even know what I would usually call it. All I know that is it a place that exists that has a wild like spelling of a name.
I mean, but it's only looks strange because of like Middle English or whatever.
Sure.
Like this is the word that Miles is talking about. Like if you know that it's like even if you said like were you saying Loughborough? Like cough?
Loughborough?
Yeah, like
Yeah, probably like cough.
I say Loughborough, but
Or was I? Loughborough. Yeah.
I think that But the thing is that there is nothing in English that is quite like that then. But if you pronounce the English with the syllabic like resonance, like some people do, then I don't know. It feels just like a long string of stuff with dem 17. December. Oh, I can do the IPA. I've got it here.
Miła furyzacja.
I don't trust IPA for English. We know this.
Do you have a word for that?
What?
We don't have our auxiliary vibe yet, but I'm thinking about my terms of like the living, laughing, and loving.
Okay, so what yeah, like basically the thing that gets tricky is that we've already settled on these kind of these fused person tense things on our verbs, and if we don't if we're avoiding kind of just stacking those onto each other, then we're not going to be able to kind of add much more information
That's true.
to strictly to the verb itself.
I definitely think there it should be some sort of like auxiliary construction, whether that be like the
But
auxiliary.
this is our auxiliary construction, Miles. And if we're going to use these things in all our tenses, then we've used, like, obviously you can in like you can in theory stack them. There's nothing strictly against that, but it wouldn't make sense with our system, basically. Like,
I can see
if you say Luft, like Luftbra, that sounds like a regional thing, which isn't to say that that's wrong, but I don't think that the representations in the IPA are good, and I have lost my physical copy of after RP, so I can't remember exactly how that book represents that vowel, but okay, because
yeah, I'm understanding some stuff now a little bit. It's
like and Jonathan, yeah, so that's why there was this advert that used that, because it was co-op good with food, and it was good with food, because obviously in my accent they don't rhyme.
I mean, good and food don't rhyme.
Unless you're in the north.
But I see what you're saying with like the tense fusion thing and it being marked on the verb, this whole like live, laugh, laughing sort of deal.
So that was why I thought that using the have thing and essentially making these nominalizing would work, because at that point it's kind of like a participle,
Yeah,
in some sense, because rather than there's no pressure to put the person marking on it. Like let me try and do some versions of this. So the mouse wants to store the seeds would basically be directly translated as the mouse loves no, the mouse has love of has if
No.
you were doing it in like English that makes sense, it'd
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
mouse has love of storing
The
the
seeds.
seeds.
So
And it
like,
would be so it would be Zatembo. And then part of it was that like the thing with making the I got I don't think I don't know if confused is the right word or not because we have the mus and we have the vopus, right?
yes.
And we had both. Let me try and remember this in the correct order. We had talked about using the mus and we made a word for not have or to be.
Yeah, we did. Oh, we're talking about it too. Hold on. It's somewhere down here. Yeah, key. We have it, yeah.
Yeah, key. So it means that like
I see where you're heading at now. Yeah.
okay, so yeah.
Yeah. I'm following.
So though I don't remember. Okay, we hadn't agreed on this. This was just an example of
What could do.
yeah, okay. For everything I said about how organized our document was, this bit has got a bunch of ideas that don't actually make up. They don't add up together properly.
Yeah, this. I think it's some sensicalness to this. I think this is where I had left off in terms of whether or not. Oh wait, never mind. We are here in terms of we're here. We are here. No, there's no way. No,
because doing the
this is wrong.
It all gets it gets very complicated because I think that this works for let's go up to the verb section.
Yeah. Once we figure out this
where
somehow, some way.
Where was I? I can't work out where I was. Oh, in the living, laughing, loving plan.
Got it.
So it's the Mu and Kiev thing, right?
Yeah, move. Yeah. They're
So they work where they can act as I think that we should use them in constructions. They essentially work nicely as I don't know, it feels very no, it's not just English. It's not just English. That's what I have to remember because this is what happens in Turkish and Korean, and English isn't out there, no matter how much we might hope.
I agree. It is proto world though.
It's proto world. Actually, English was the first language, and all of the other.
Yes, that's why America is the blessed place.
Mm-hmm. When Jesus went over to America, he gave the world English, and then the people who spoke English in America were actually they came around the Arctic and then invaded, and we thought they were Vikings, but actually they were Jesus's people.
The Lamanites.
I thought I just had lemonades.
Oh, I had it.
People who Jesus laminated the Ten Commandments for.
Yes, no, hon. There's the Lamanites. There was the God, it's gonna eat at me. That's the other tribe. It's gonna anyway. I'll look it up. It's like
Is
yeah.
this Mormon? This is Mormon
This is
stuff, right?
Mormon. Yeah. Sarah Hemel and all that good stuff.
Who doesn't learn writing from the McDonald's menu?
Yes, it's popped up for me. And this year would have such a good time at McDonald's.
So, like, the Mo and Key,
Yes, to stay on track.
like, we can fully just. I guess that we have like
It's
no, we can't just make them more of the verbiages because they it doesn't make sense
to me.
for them
It's
to
kind
do
of
that.
like
Oh, also I can't talk about not doing stacking because we have old stacking.
yeah.
I just don't think we should have new stacking.
I agree with you. I think we should have if there isn't any sort of outside like modal stuff. If it is one of these four like tenses that the verb is in or whatever that like then the leftover verb would be person marked. But if there's anything else that is different, it would only have the marking on these two, depending on what tense that I guess that action is, or maybe like some sort of like verbal classifier sort of dealio,
What?
or like sacking. It's like LTS all over again. Absolutely, like this would have the moose here versus like the mouse stores the seed, or let's I'm so sorry, ignore this.
Oh God, not relative clauses.
I'm just using it kind of as an example, even though I know it's not the greatest example.
Well, no, it means it should be in our subjunctive.
Yeah, which is this.
So if the mouse had stored the seeds, yeah.
Yeah.
So how would we say if the mouse had wanted? Oh, it would just be.
It would be this guy.
Mubuku.
Bingo. Ooh. Boo. Mubukus. Bingo.
That's in Mubuku.
Wow. That's in Mubuku. Yes. Okay.
That is that is like I guess it's fun.
That's in Mubukus.
That's in
That's in Mubu. That's it. That's in Mubukus. We're gonna have Mubukubuk. I love it.
That's really Ozid by Yamoza.
Bukubov. We can have Mubukubov. If you had stored the seeds. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Mabugabov.
Are they oh yeah. Yeah.
Mubukabov.
Miła that are we doing subjects? Are we doing like are we pro drop?
In this case, I mean, I think it's clear, at least for local participants.
Hmm.
I think if it were a third person argument, then probably not.
I know it sounds like a last name because it sounds like how last names work in
Mubuka boy.
Slavic languages.
Oh, this was
Bubukubov.
Mubuka boss.
Bubukubov.
Me with that's Mubuka boss. I love this language so much now. I think this is a good place to kind of like.
So I think we like this, right?
I think this is exactly what we should be doing. This makes a
Okay.
lot of sense.
So, okay. But does this need a, are we doing it without an article?
I think we might. Let's hold on. Just because we're approaching time, I think that is something that we either A, save for next week, or B, have people vote on. Because I agree that's a really important aspect of this.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we should save it for next week. Because
I agree. I love you all who are watching, but like this is a big deal, and I don't want to entrust you that.
Well, I think that there's only going to be one right answer based on the order of events.
Bingo. And I think that we need to go in a diachronic manner than just like have fun vote.
Miles is going to be like over conlanged by this time
Yeah.
next week.
I will also say that, like, I'm glad that like I'm not doing it for this language because that would have definitely burnt me out a little bit. And I mean,
think if you,
I don't think we could have even done it. Like, let's be real. There's no way.
I think if it was us two working together, maybe, but I would have to like have taken time off work or something.
Yeah, which I don't want you to at all. People are already saying goodbye. Oh my gosh, they want us to leave.
They want us to leave.
They want us to go away.
And for everyone who, if anyone's interested, there was another mini stream on the Discord last week now, where I kind of decided I didn't like what I was doing for an hour.
I think that's great. I'm liking these little patron streams, and I think people are also like joining in as well and enjoying it. So I may step in one time, and we'll definitely not anytime soon. But
it's basically just me and Tinglish having a chat at the moment.
I mean,
so if anyone wants to join in, like, and Jonathan showed up for one of them. That was nice.
Yeah.
So we'll see you some other time.
Yes.
Well, we'll see you next week.
Cool. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
They can still hear us. We have to wait a minute, just in case we say something horrible about people.